Looks like we got a new patch in yet another zombie survivor, so let's check that out. Hop into the Steam store update. I mean, we won't read through the whole thing, we'll just kind of jump down through these changes. So general AI aiming, that's nice. I mean, just less misses. Hitbox radius reduced for solo and duo teams. I think that's a good change. The medic, way easier to unlock. I mean, I'm done the majority of the achievements in the game. Still, I was a good chunk away from unlocking the medic. I don't know if that means I instantly unlock the medic or not. The banish option leaves an opportunity to pick another choice. That's very good because it felt terrible to banish something just because you completely miss out on an upgrade. So it just always felt better to take a lesser upgrade or a lesser item than to actually banish something. The skill tree, okay, that's interesting. So you don't have to you can just jump straight to like tier 4. You don't have to put 1 point in tier 1, 2, and 3 on the skill tree. That's a kind of whatever change in my opinion. Chests, and I don't really know what it was before, so that's okay. Reroll options different than the current ones. That's nice, a nice quality of life. So really, this is pretty much all quality of life as well. Mouse movement option, we're never using that. We're never using that. The indicators and dots are now distinct, animated. Okay, so like hopefully that means that it's a little easier to see where your magnets and health are. But we'll have to jump in game to see how that one works. And the reload status displayed of. Okay, that's interesting. Can kind of get a better visual of reload times and everything. Can refund a single point. Well, I've still never refunded, so that doesn't apply to me. Feedback form, we're not doing that. Feedback effect. Okay, that's good because it was really hard to notice when you had parried incoming damage. A new pause and menu option adding, allowing to conclude the run. Okay, that's interesting because I did see one video on YouTube where a guy basically made an unkillable build and then he couldn't get his 30-minute achievement because he couldn't finish his run. So that's a good option. Confirmation window when trying to quit the run. Okay, that makes sense. Bugs, we'll just skip over that. Global balance. Crit damage massively reduced from 200 to 150. I mean, it was quite strong, but that is a substantial nerf. Freeze effects now slow zombie by 75%. That's pretty nice. Exploding zombies damage area fog radius increased by 10 or decreased by 10%. That's nice. Those circles were a little annoying at times. Like you just got in certain situations where it's like not like they were dangerous. Just you had to sit and wait for them to dissipate, which felt pretty bad. Healing option on level up increased to 500. Wow, that seemed, and the money increased to 500. That seems pretty substantial. 200, did feel a little bad, but 500 is gonna feel real good because most of the time that's about a third of your health pool. Pretty good. This money option, if you're gonna do any sort of solo runs, you have all the money upgrades, you should be able to level up pretty fast now because with the 50% bonus, that's 750 monies every level up essentially. So if you want to kind of just grind out the skill upgrades, this is a pretty solid upgrade. Stone skin decreased to 5. 8 was probably a little long, so I'm all right with that. It's raining man. I honestly didn't even know what the requirement was for this. This is one of the achievements I do not have. Reduced from 20 to 10. Maybe we just accidentally get this now. It's over 9,000. Like, this was an achievement like you didn't even notice. You did your first run and you're just like, oh, I guess I did that. So that, I kind of like this just because it makes it more of an actual achievement. Survivor balance. All right, so wow, a big, basically doubled the perks, the reload speed for the SWAT. Very nice. And another buff, increased the collision box for the helicopter strike, so just made it bigger. The tank now gives armor instead of max HP. I like that change. I think that's a little more impactful, and you get like a pretty solid number as well. Minefield, well, abilities are just in a bad spot, so buff all of them from 30 to 20, so that's pretty substantial. Electric turret, ability cooldown reduced to 15 seconds. That seems really good. The ability, oh, you increase range on level stuff instead of reducing cooldown. As long as they haven't reduced the base range, this seems like a huge upgrade for the engineer. Makes that turret way more substantial, and I think that you can basically always have 2 up or close to 2 up at certain times in your run. That's pretty good. Eagle Eye now also grants crit damage. That makes that upgrade quite powerful. We'll have to see how the Huntress feels. I mean, I still think that she's by far the weakest character. I mean, I haven't played Medic, and judging by this block of text down here, maybe the Medic was real bad. The increased fire rate for the tier 3 weapons, that's probably just a nice buff. And the explode, just explode a little quicker, so this is probably just good all around for the Huntress. The Ghost, the Kunai ability cooldown reduced to 5 seconds. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that must be the rank 3 weapon or ability. Yeah, I don't even have that unlocked, so no comment on if that's good or not. Critical Protocol now grants 35% crit chance and 50% crit damage. That, to me, feels like a buff. Ghost was already really strong, so a little surprised to see essentially just buffs coming out there. I mean, I guess there is the reduced base crit damage, but that affects everyone, not just Ghost. And Medic. We're not going to read through these, but that looks like a boatload of stuff, and buff, 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 buff. Probably a buff, probably a buff, 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 buff. So the Medic must have been in a bad spot, and maybe now they're not. Wow, look at this one. Increased damage to 100 from 20. That's hilarious. There's even like, they even made like a comical oof. So the Medic probably not as terrible anymore. Got some buffs to items. Just more armor. So that seems like a general theme. Just anything that gives armor now gives more armor. Chocolate box, increase armor by 70 when I don't remember what that one was, so we'll just ignore it. Med box just gives more regen. That is pretty substantial. Stretcher gives more regen. So if you're getting those all the way up, that's going to be a massive amount of regen. That's real good. Wooden stick now gives 10% XP bonus. Yeah, whatever on that item. And the health potion gives 500 health. So I'd say mostly buffs. A little bit like the crit damage down. That's probably like the biggest nerf. Could be interesting. Yeah, excited to check all that out. And yeah, I'm probably just going to go jump in a game now.